Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-March 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Taurus collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's see what's up. As we move through the year, we're already in mid-March. See what we got for the bulls, my friends. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always intriguing. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Taurus in mid-March. Guides and spirit team. Last couple of weeks have had some really intriguing readings for you. I'll just say that. We'll talk about that more in a minute. What do we got for Taurus here, please? Thank you. Okay. All right. Very sleepy. And I feel like I've seen this for you. Like whether it was your bonus reading that I recently did or your last reading, this is like a very either sleepy card or one that is like attached to rest and relaxation. And we'll talk about it. I always say I often see this connected to water signs, right? It's very thought-based and imaginative. But there's something about your energy here that we want to look at a little further. Before we fully dive into that, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the March subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card a little bit. So we see this lady, and it looks like she's doing yoga or some sort of meditation, and there's a rainbow. Yeah, there's good etheric energy all around here. But the first and foremost thing I always think of with this card is resting, recuperating, sleeping. So in this time, you want to conserve your energy. That's a big thing, or try to regain it or refresh your energy in one way or another. For some of you, this could literally point to sleeping. So hopefully you're not having trouble sleeping or insomnia, stuff like that. But I generally see this as a spiritual card too, where it could represent your connection to spirit. Intensifying your spiritual connection could be important as well. This could also link to altered states of consciousness and stuff like that, so you may be really interested in stuff like that. But it's the oddest thing, Taurus. It's like I only have this one card of it. It's like we're kicking open the floodgates of energy here already. Okay, so I don't want to give you too many messages and mix it up and get it all confusing. But we're just going to put her down right there. Let's keep progressing in the reading. I think you already get it, whatever it means to you. But yeah, let's get you 3 cards in the upright, and we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. And that first card, you already know it doesn't make or break the reading. So let's get it going. And while we shuffle it up and get this deck ready to go, let's talk about your most recent readings, my friends. You had a bonus just a few days ago for the month of March. And your bonus was titled A Sudden Change of Heart. So for a lot of Tauruses, and remember the bonus is for the month as a whole, there could be a lot of things that you're changing your feelings about, or people changing their feelings towards you. And that was showing up pretty heavily. There was really good energy, but at the same time, there was like a little bit of a harsher one in the mix. It was like very dynamic, where it was like extremes of differences. So let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you. Because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. But yeah, you could be really changing opinions and thoughts and even beliefs for some of you. What do we got for Taurus here? What do we got for Taurus? Okay, we have that 4 of Pentacles in position number 1. Okay. As the train goes by outside. I'm not sure if you guys could hear that. It's noisy around here. But let's get a couple more. What do we got for Taurus? Magician. Okay, so this is a problem or a situation that you might really be working hard to like free up or get this energy going, get this moving. Okay, I'm already picking up like a flow of energy where it's like clamped down here in the beginning. Here comes the manifesting. Let's see what the end result's going to be. What do we have here? Thank you. Okay, we have the 6 of Swords. So this is that energy starting to free up and move along and get better. But there's a lot for us to really take a look at here, Taurus. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, we have a lot of different stuff happening here. Elementally, we have some earth, which you're pretty comfortable with. We also have some air. we have this powerful magician, major arcana, cutting right down the center. So this could be all different topics. It could be just one story. And I already told you intuitively, it's like we have this stuck, like this could be a problem or a situation, then the manifesting, the creating, the putting effort into freeing this energy up and getting it moving again into that Six of Swords. So the prognosis looks okay so far. Let's go through each one by one and really start to build this out. So position number one, we have the Four of Pentacles. For a portion of you, I mean, this could deal just with financial. Some of you might be like saving up for something, saving up for a purchase. This is good for frugality whenever I see it, or just saving or stashing money away. It's very nice for that. But a thing with the Four of Pentacles, it gets a bad reputation of somebody that's holding on to something. Because notice, look at this person. He's holding on to all those pentacles. He's not letting go. So it is like a clamped down, stubbornish type of energy that's not really moving, and it can feel stuck. Okay, I see it as a neutral. This could be a memory that you're holding on to, or a person that you're holding on to. In its worst case scenario, this could represent someone that might be a little jealous. This could represent someone that's territorial or possessive. It's something that we want to look at. But once again, overall, when we're looking at the energy itself, it's planted, it's not moving. And that's why I said this could represent a tough situation or problem that you might be dealing with when this is here. And we'll get more detail when we clarify it. But once again, I feel like the Four of Pentacles could be really good for finances. Okay, I know some people would disagree with me on that, but I do feel like it's somebody like stashing money for a rainy day, which is nice. Moving to the center, we have this magician, and I feel like this energy in the center is working in overdrive to solve whatever this is here in the beginning. So whatever problems, situations, or things you're dealing with, your energy might be extremely motivated to say, I got to figure this out. I got to get this going. I need to progress this. I need to make this happen. Okay, the magician is the biggest card of manifesting and creating. Okay, there's a lot of really, really good energies that are attached to this card. You might be deepening your spirituality. We saw that in the very first Oracle card. This is an energy of ritual as well, similar to the High Priestess, very spiritual type of energy. But remember, this magician is the master of all elements. So when I see it, it's like, okay, I'm going to make this happen. Whether I manifest it in or whether I do physical work, I'm working hard. That's why I feel the energy working in overdrive one way or another. So watch your energy in this time. Just like we saw in the very beginning, you don't want to overexert or just like use all your energy in one shot. Now, the rough side of the magician, while we get him tucked back in next to the Four of Pentacles, it is a card of control. Okay, so whether it's a situation where you're trying to control the outcome, whether it's in life itself, the magician's like, no, I need to control this. Hopefully you're not dealing with somebody that's too controlling, because for a very small portion of Tauruses out there, Four of Pentacles with the magician, this is a recipe for somebody that wants to control what you do, how you do it, what you wear, what you listen to. And trust me, I know a lot of Tauruses. I have a couple of Taurus placements myself. That is not the vibe you want to approach a Taurus with. Okay, like you never want to tell a Taurus what they have to do or when they have to do it. Like that's a recipe for not nice things. Moving to the back end though, I don't want to get too hung up there. We have the Six of Swords, a card of progression. So this is good. If you are working hard towards something, whether it's figuring out a problem, whether you're coming to peace with it or furthering it, this Six of Swords does tell me like, hey, things are going to start moving. Things are going to start progressing. For some of you, it could represent distance or travel, but this is coming out of the choppy waters into the calm. So we see improvement, possible wins and victories in the end when we see this, maybe even a payoff of some kind. I really do like this Six of Swords, but as with all cards, it does have challenges as well. The Six of Swords could represent somebody you're connected to where you feel like they're not doing everything that they're supposed to, or that they could do more, or they're not like living up to all of their responsibilities in some way. But we don't always go the negative route here until we see the clarifiers. So I want to dive deeper. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for Taurus, please. God, Spirit Team, what do we got for my friends? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Four of Pentacles. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Taurus, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Four of Pentacles time. Talk to me. Why is that Four of Pentacles here? Thank you. Yeah, stuck. This is just really stuck. So for a lot of you, this could manifest in a lot of different ways, okay? With Judgment in reverse underneath this Four of Pentacles, like this energy feels like it's almost immovable. So for a lot of you, you might be feeling like cornered, like your back's against the wall type of energy. I feel for a big portion of you, yeah, there could be a serious situation or a big problem that you're dealing with in this time, or something that's taken up like the vast majority of your mental space when I see it here. And by all appearances, with the energy here, it just feels like it's stuck. It's like, all right, how am I going to deal with this? How am I going to change this? How am I going to fix this? It feels like it's a lot of stuff. Judgment is angelic. Okay, even in reverse, it's positive. It represents spiritual protection. It's also karmic. So when we see it in reverse, when we see it underneath the Four of Pentacles, this is an energy that is stuck. It's not moving. So whether we're talking about personal relationships, whether we're talking about a financial issue that you might be going through, it could be any number of different things. It feels like something that you are either taking very seriously or you should be. Okay. But once again, with all the energy I'm picking up here about the stuck, it's like, yeah, well, okay, Kyle, I am taking it seriously. Thank you very much. But how am I going to deal with it? Like, that's kind of what I'm picking up here. It's like, okay, well, I know what it is. I understand it. But how the hell am I going to deal with this? So we're going to keep moving forward. And we'll see if we get more answers showing up. But yeah, the main thing I'm picking up here, that stuck, serious situation, big problem, whatever you want to call it. I think you guys get the point. So let's go in. I mean, for some people, it could be even like feeling tied to a person, right? It all depends on what you're going through. So let's see what the Magician has to say. That's the Magician here. Thank you. Three of Pentacles. All right, so you might need to ask for some help here, okay? And I know, once again, as someone that has a couple of strong Taurus placements myself, and knowing so many, that, you know, we like to do things on our own, okay? Like, generally, rule of thumb, it's like, okay, well, if there's something that we could do on our own, we like to do it on our own. We like to be self-sufficient type of energy. But when I get the Three of Pentacles underneath the Magician, it's like, okay, you don't have to do everything on your own. You can ask for help if you need it. Like, you could ask for advice. You could ask for literal assistance from friends or a support system. It feels very important that if you need help, you should ask for it. Don't shoulder everything on your own, even if it's just emotional. Whether it is like monetary, emotional, interpersonal, you need to ask for assistance or advice. That's a big thing I'm picking up. Now, the Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. I do think of good energy coming in. And when I see it underneath this Magician, yeah, it does tell me that. Like, yeah, get the help, all right? Don't shoulder all of this on your own, all right? Don't shoulder it all on your own. That's not the route to go with this, because you're going to burn yourself out if you do. Another small portion of you, sorry, I don't want to give too many messages. When I get the Magician with the Three of Pentacles, you might be trying to find a new work situation, work dynamic. There could be something around creating a better career or optimal money situation. That's only for a small portion of you, but I do feel, once again, even if that is the case, if this is monetary or work related, asking for advice, asking for help and assistance when necessary, that's very important here. So we're going to keep moving over. Let's see what the Six of Wands tells us, and then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. So what do we got here for Taurus? Okay. Yeah, the deck is jumping now. Why is that Six of Swords here? Thank you. Yeah, Six of Cups. We got double sixes here on the back end. Okay, so for a big portion of you, what you are going through right now could be a reskinned version of something that you've already gone through in your life, okay? So really think back on it. Remember, like I said, this could be any number of different problem or situation, but when I see the Six of Swords with the Six of Cups, it tells me, all right, this is something that you've been through something very similar before, okay? Like, this isn't brand new to you. Just really think back and remember how you got through it the last time. But once again, this is a card of soul ties and friends and connections. So it's showing up that it's heavily implied here, Taurus, that whatever this represents to you in the beginning, this problem or this situation, shouldering it all on your own is not the way to go, because we have like a group of people, then we have a very important connection here on the back end. I do feel something freeing up in it for paying off for you in the end. That's the really good thing. But those were the main two intuitive messages. Like, you've probably already been through this cycle, or you've done this song and dance before. Okay, that's just something I'm picking up. And once again, help. Getting help or offering help. For some of you, this could be somebody else you're connected to where they're really stuck. They're really going through something, and you could lend a hand to help them out. That's a big possibility. But let's go through and do a quick recap, Taurus. I mean, this reading had a lot of different stuff happening, so only take what hits for you. Then we'll get into the shadow. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, got a couple repeating numbers on the back end. We got some angelic energy, some spiritual energy. We have the 4 of Pentacles with Judgment in reverse, and this just felt very stuck. Whether this is like a serious problem or situation, it just feels like it in the front. It's like, all right, how the hell am I going to get this energy moving? Like, why do I feel so stuck here? Moving to the center, and that's just the cliff notes. We have the Magician with the 3 of Pentacles. Asking for help if you need it is very important. Don't be too prideful to ask for help if you're feeling stuck or you feel like you've tapped yourself out. And please watch your energy in this time. Don't burn yourself out. Onto the back end, we get more reiteration of that. We have the 6 of Swords with the 2 of Cups in the upright, that you should be asking for assistance if you need it, or offering it to those that need help. Another portion of you, whatever situations you're going through, you've had a similar one before. Like, this doesn't feel brand new to me. It's like, all right, you kind of already have experience with this. It's like reskinned, though. You just got to approach it in a similar way. So please take a screenshot. Let's see what's in the shadows for you, Taurus. I mean, that was a reading. What do we have in the shadows for Taurus, please? And yeah, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see just yet. It doesn't always have to be a challenge. Sometimes we get a really nice shadow card. So let's get it going here. It's in the shadows for Taurus. And if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments down below. I have much love and appreciation for my channel members. Obviously, no pressure, but just got to mention it. Let's get you one shadow card. What do we got? Thank you. All right, 4 of Swords. So not burning yourself out, very, very important. Very, very important, because now it's showing up in the shadows as well. And I mentioned it in multiple spots within the reading. In the very beginning, we had this lady that looked like she was sleeping and resting. So if you're having sleep problems or you're not getting proper rest and recuperation, that's going to come back around to bite you in the booty. All right, that's one thing I'm seeing here with this 4 of Swords. Now, yes, once again, this card could represent that little stuck feeling. All 4 number 4 cards are planted energy. But this, as the shadow card, is one of my bigger cards of rest. So please don't burn yourself out. Don't overdo it. Be cognizant and mindful of your own energetic well. Okay, like what you have within you. It's really important when this card shows up in the shadows. There could also be something that you're going through where you might just need to let it rest for a minute. Like, okay, well, maybe there's nothing I can do right this second. I'm going to let that marinate. I'm going to let that rest. And whatever happens, happens. It's like giving me that vibe. So Taurus, that's what I have for you. Please take care of yourself, my friends. But don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The March subscriber surprise. If you would like to get a personal reading done with me, you can find my digital calendar on mastermetaphysics.com, so please feel free to check it out. But for the March subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, fantastic Tarot of the Owls. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite zodiac sign? And give me a couple reasons why. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.